In the morning, in the evening, or sometime in between. I hope that you will see some Lexi on your screen. Subscribe.
How does perfection feel, darling?
Okay guys, I have something a little bit different today. I was so surprised after looking at all of the internet for high protein, vegetarian, vegan options. Nobody was really talking about teff. It is an amazing discovery, and today I want to tell you all about it. This little baby has 14 grams of protein per half a cup. It also has magnesium, zinc, iron, B6, calcium, and it's gluten-free. Now, I first discovered teff when I was looking for ways that I could eat less meat, but I still needed a lot of protein. I mean, I'm incredibly active. I usually run 2 soccer games in a week, and I go to pole class, before quarantine happened. But here was the problem. I had a lot of dietary restrictions. One, I have IBS, meaning that I cannot process beans. Also, I can't eat the cruciferous vegetables like, kale and stuff in too high amounts. I also am gluten sensitive, meaning that I can't do things like tempeh. And I didn't want to overdo soy because I've had hormonal issues my entire life. So I really had to be creative about how I could get my protein. And I'm only saying all this because I know that there are other people out here who probably have the same issues that I do. I eat teff every day for a high protein breakfast, and the good news is it's super easy to prepare, and I'm gonna show you how right now. So today we're gonna make some teff muffins. This is the easiest way that I like to eat my teff. We are soaking 2 cups of teff, which should make us about 12 muffins, okay? And don't worry, because teff tastes like malto-meal, which I loved malto-meal as a kid. And if you never had malto-meal, then it's kind of like sweet grits. Remember, there are 14 grams of protein in each teff biscuit. The first thing that you want to do is to soak your teff. I mean, you don't have to do it, but I always like to do this. I think it's the equivalent of rinsing your rice. We let the teff soak, and now it's time to drain it. So I have this fine drainer. If you don't have it, you can just kind of rinse the teff. You see all of the dirt that came out on the bottom? Yeah, so it's nice to rinse it. Teff, I believe, comes from a grass in Africa, so fun stuff. Okay, I'm gonna show you 2 different ways to make the teff. On the stovetop and in the Instant Pot. When you're making teff on the stove, you have a 3-to-1 ratio, meaning that I'm making 1 cup of teff, so I need 3 cups of water. First, you have to bring the water to a boil. Just like you're making oatmeal. I like to put a little salt in it because I like to balance out, the sweetness. And then you just gotta wait for it to come to a boil. The water is now boiling, so we can add the teff to the pot. Then you turn the pot on simmer. Then after that, I got to give it a nice little mix. You have to come back to this every once in a while. Probably should have chosen a bigger pot, but it's fine. We put the top on because it tends to bubble, 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 and you don't want it to bubble over. So this will take about 20 minutes. So that's one way, on the stove. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, so this is about done. One thing I want to say is I definitely chose too small of a pot. We have a lot of overflow here. And this is why I just like to put it in an Instant Pot and not worry about it. Now that I'm done, what I like to add after I turn the fire off is some butter. So just add that butter like that. If you are vegan, you're on that vegan life, you can add some coconut butter instead, okay? The other thing I like to add is some brown sugar. I like brown sugar, makes it yummy for me. If you don't want to add brown sugar, it's gonna pop. If you don't want to add brown sugar, then you can add honey. If you are a vegan that does not do honey, then you can add something like stevia. I don't have stevia because I don't like it, but it's an option. Okay? And then that's done. I'm just gonna take it over here and I'm gonna pour it into my muffin pans. And I know from experience that this is about half a cup. And remember, half a cup has 14 grams protein. Instant Pot, I like this way better because I can just walk away and forget it. I don't have to worry about it boiling over. It's very, very nice and easy. So if you have an Instant Pot, this is probably the way you want to go. The ratio for the Instant Pot is 2:1. So you only need 2 cups of water because the Instant Pot keeps condensation. 2 cups of water to 1 cup of teff, 2:1 ratio. Then we just dump it in. Just like with everything in the Instant Pot, we want to make sure that it's submerged in the water. And I like to add a crack of salt. All right, now all we have to do is put the top on. If you're familiar with an Instant Pot, this is all very easy. You press the manual button, you turn the manual button to 4, and that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that the knob is in the sealing position, and then it should be done in, I'd say, 10 minutes, because it's only 4 minutes. The pot has to come up to pressure. Okay, so you can see that doing in the Instant Pot is much easier. You just kind of give it a stir and it becomes the same thing that you got on the stove. However, one thing I will say about cooking it on the stove is I think you retain more teff. So that's something. I think I even might come out with 5 little muffins instead of 6. So advantages and disadvantages to both. Okay, you gotta shape these. I never realized how much time I spent shaping them before until we started filming this and we were like, what does this even look like? But yeah, it tastes the same, guys. It tastes the same. Now I'm gonna show you my favorite high protein breakfast. So in the mornings, I like to eat some oatmeal, which is 4 grams of protein, some teff, which is 14 grams of protein. Right there, that's 18 grams of protein. And if you're a vegetarian, you can go ahead and add some eggs. Each egg is 6 grams of protein, so that makes 12 grams. And 18 plus 12 is 30. Right there, you're at 30 grams of protein. Now, remember, a sedentary female about my size needs 40 grams of protein. So, how do you take it all the way to make a super high protein breakfast? Well, if you wanted to even build on this, you can add some peanut butter. Peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, that's 10 grams of protein. You're at 40. If you don't want to do peanut butter, you got hemp seeds. 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds makes 10 grams of protein. So I just want to reemphasize that teff is high protein, gluten-free, low FODMAP, rich in vitamin and minerals, alkaline, and it's a great bread replacement. So I hope that you try teff out soon. And if you liked the content in this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Annyeong, chickens!
Take a little bit of me, and a little bit of you, and together we can make